Hello, 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 everyone. This is Leo with Rosales Super Tech. Oh, let me get my chair. Almost fell. All right, so today is Sunday, Sunday Fun Day, as you can see on the title. We got some repairs to get done. Actually, yesterday we did not finish some repairs, and I got to go ahead and get those finished. And I got to start one right now with the laptop because I have to do a complete reinstall of Windows. Windows 11, that is. They have Windows 10 now. You know how Windows 10 is coming to its end of life, where it's no longer going to be supported, and they're having like driver issues at the same time. So they just want to go ahead and do a complete deletion of everything that's in there, which they don't have much, according to what I was told. They just want a fresh install of Windows, but Windows 11 this time versus Windows 10. Reinstall all the drivers as well as all the Windows updates, and then validate that everything's functional for them. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to install Windows 11 and everything I just said right now. Otherwise, I'm sorry, I'm cleaning at the same time because my workbench, I did not clean it off yesterday. We left. I was tired. I didn't want to deal with this last night. And it's a mess. Yes, my workbench is unorganized right now. Not that I organize it every day, but still, it's unorganized to the fullest extent. And I still have like copper rates, used copper rates on here as well. But nevertheless, I also have an Xbox One that I need to replace the HDMI port on, and my employee here, he's tearing down a Xbox Series X that would also require the HDMI port to be replaced. I don't know if that's going to be a face repair. It has been opened previously by, I'm not sure whom, and they brought it to us for repair. It was taken apart, screws were missing. And yeah, we're here to the rescue to save the actual console itself and get it repaired. So let's go ahead and get started. First one I'm going to do is the Xbox One S real quick. I'm going to go ahead and replace that HDMI port. That way, my employee, when he's done with that one, he can go ahead and put it back together. And then I'll do the Xbox Series X right afterwards. And at the same time, of course, I'm just trying to clean some of this mess I got here. Literally, I got way too much going on my workbench. Got rubber bands, prying tools, tweezers, thumb drives. Just a bunch of stuff, to be honest. Bunch of stuff. And I need to just organize just a tad bit. But, alright, let's get started. I need to get the Windows 11 thumb drive off here. Windows installation for 11. That way I have it ready. Windows 10. I don't have. There it is. Windows 11. And let me, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just get this Windows 11 initiated for this customer. I'm just going to get Windows 11s initiated for this customer real quick. It shouldn't take me long. That way it'll do the install while I'm working on the replacement of the HDMI port. And I'm going to turn it off and boot off the thumb drive. Need to get a charging cable for this thing because customer did offer to leave it. I was like, no, we got it. We do have universal charging ports, or charging cables, I should say. I think this is one right here. I believe this is it. And then we're going to press F2 as we're trying to boot. So we can go into the boot menu. Oh, no, this is not it. Okay. I guess I'll get the universal one. There we go. Okay, it is charging. Turn it off. And turn it back on, pressing F2. Not this one. Okay, it's going to be F12. Super Tech, this is Leo. How can I help? Super Tech, this is Leo. How can I help you? Hello? Yes, sir. How can I help you? We charge 145, sir, and we do aim for same day. Yes, sir. We are. We have a couple of repairs currently working on right now. But if you drop it off today, early morning, we will definitely get it done for you today. Okay. See you in a bit. Thank you, sir. Say that again? Yes, sir. North side of Fort Worth. North side of Fort Worth off of Ephraim Avenue and Jacksboro Highway. Alrighty. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. Okay, we're going to press escape. Boot menu F9. And then we want to select or boot off of the USB thumb drive. And then we're going to let this thing install. Come on, come on, come on. Shouldn't take that long. There we go. And it'll do a complete fresh install of Windows. Windows 11. Okay, I need a mouse for this because my mouse doesn't have a driver installed. And it's not allowing me to select. I agree. Come on. There you go. Turn this thing on. There you go. I agree. Next. I accept. License. Searching for disk, and that's going to be partition 1. We're going to delete every single part. What happened here? Okay. Trying to delete, and I did something else. Delete partition. Delete. 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 Okay, has 119 gigs of unallocated space. We're gonna go ahead and create a partition now using the total amount of space this laptop has. And then I'm speaking to no one probably. And then we're going to install Windows to the primary, and we're gonna leave this installing. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and work on the Xbox One S. Huh? Yes, we do. It's this one. It's different. The ones you probably worked on before, it's had it in the middle.
Yeah.
These have them in the side. So you have to squeeze both of these, and as you're squeezing, you lift up.
Oh, squeezing. Okay, I thought it's.
Yeah, so you squeeze that tab right there, and this one there. And as you're squeezing, this supposed to come up. What the fuck? What's going on? Hold on, let me take this over here real quick. I don't know why this thing is not coming up. Oh. Did you take this portion off as well? Huh? The shield that was up here? You didn't take the screws off?
For that screw? I think I did.
This one here. Yeah, we don't have to take those off.
Oh, you don't?
No. No, that's not required for us to take off at all. This is supposed to just come off like that. What is going on here? Oh. Yeah, that, I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's not supposed to be stuck like that. Even by pressing the side. Man. Okay. So the one I really need to be taken out is the one at the bottom. So I'm going to leave the top one alone. I don't know why that top one's not coming out. So what I'm going to do is just move this aside and do the bottom one and see that one came up just fine. This one, we're going to leave that alone. But we're going to leave it like that so whenever we plug it in, we'll plug it in back in there just fine. But go ahead and put this one back on. Because that one, we don't have to take that off at all. And that one goes like that. That goes right there. And then you put this on first, and then that, and put the screws back on. Oh no, put the Bluetooth module first.
Oh,
yep, that's the Bluetooth module. That goes in there. You put that in there first, or else you won't be able to. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and remove this HDMI port here. And this one as well, it's going to be a drop method. Yeah, this thing is definitely... Let me show you real quick. definitely destroyed. It's on scope right now. Let me show you. This is what we're working with right now. Somebody was angry with this. You could tell somebody picked at it. This thing is completely destroyed. So we're gonna do the drop method. We're gonna heat up from the bottom, remove it, drop a new HDMI port online. Let's go ahead and do that now. Now this one's pretty heavy. I don't have to put like hold it down, but I'm still gonna hold it down anyways. And we're just gonna add some flux. We're gonna add some flux to the pins over here. Ground hose. All right, there we go. Heat it up from the bottom, remove it, put the new one. Remove the nozzle and extract. I forgot this is an Xbox console. The motherboard on these are a little bit thicker than your normal motherboards. So this is going to take a bit more heat to it. PlayStation 5, I would have already removed it already. But we don't want to put too much force into it though, because we do not want to tear any of the traces. So we're going to be patient here. There we go. Oh, I don't like that. There you go. Port's removed. Let's go ahead and grab a new port to make sure I didn't knock off any components. I did knock off one component over here. Oh, we'll put that back on right now. Just one. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get the new port. This is a regular Xbox One. Let's grab the new port, put it on there. On top. So that's where this one kind of right there, I think, on the bottom. Okay, that's gonna work. We're gonna let the solder melt and then we'll drop it. And then we'll solder that other component we knocked off right afterwards. You're good? Is it really bad that they tried doing a repair on it before?
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Oh, it definitely looks. Okay, I'll say that. Definitely looks like it.
It looks like it's got torn traces.
Oh, this thing looks insane. Yeah.
Oh man, give me one of those, huh? Okay, I need to add a little bit more flux to this because it's not. Okay, flux there, flux there, flux here. You know what? I need to put flux over here as well.
I think I'll put ECP.
Yes. Yeah, remember you loosen one screw at a time until. Come on. I need the solder to melt on the left side. There we go. Oh, nope. That's not what I want. Go back in there. There we go. This left side, though, needs to... There we go. In there now. I'm going to hold it in place. Remove my nozzle and let that solidify. Okay. Let me check my work. We are gonna potentially retouch these pins. Yep, definitely need a retouch, and I needed to push it in a little bit more. I think, maybe. Let me see this other one. No, that's good. All right, let's retouch those pins. Hmm? Ooh, what? You got flux all over here, man. Yeah, I want to look at that one under the microscope. Yeah, that one's something else. That one may be worse than the one I did yesterday. And then my wife wanted me to get it done yesterday. How was she expecting me to get that one done yesterday? Yeah, that one. She said, "Are you gonna be able to get the Xbox Series X done? Somebody's already attempted. How am I gonna get it done? I'm gonna have to. I don't even know if I have to run traces to it or not. I hope not." All right, let me clean my front flux off of this, and then check to see if my pins are actually soldered on. The pins are soldered on appropriately. Before I clean this flux over here, let me solder that component back. Use a smaller nozzle for this. And we're going to concentrate the heat on that component only. Lower our melting, not melting, but airflow a little bit less. We do have capacitors here, and we don't want to blow those capacitors. So we just want to concentrate the heat only on this component here. Soldered onto that resistor right there. Ooh. Okay. All right, let's add a little bit of flux to this here. Okay. That is good, good, good. All right. Cleaning up our mess. Can't reach to those areas, so I'm going to use a different brush here. I can't reach in there with that other one. Cleaning up our mess here real quick. And this one should be getting dandy now. Let's check the bottom, make sure we didn't knock off any components. Actually, hold on. See a little bit of flux over here. Right in there. That flux still needs to come out. Okay, that's done. Check the bottom. Bottom's good. Bottom is good. Let's just clean the flux that went to the bottom. Alrighty, that is good. So I'm gonna give this to my employee over here, and my colleague, he'll go ahead and get this put back together. You remember how to put this one back together? Probably. Well, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll put it right there for now. Then I'll take this other one.
Did you handle the crazy?
Yeah, this is gonna be something else. I'm gonna go turn on. I'm gonna go over there and turn on the on button because I forgot to do that. All right. That is. Hello, I opened my Retroid Pocket Mini version 2, and after closing it, I noticed the gap near the vent. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back with you. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back.
I have a question about those.
Yes, sir.
I have a lot of those charging stations around the house, and I bought a bunch of the C cords. Are those okay to use in them switches, or should it be those Nintendo
Anything that's not certified Nintendo, I don't recommend. Those kill the charging chips.
the charging chips?
Correct. So these have PMICs, power management ICs, which is the M92T36. Anything third party, it's not recommended to charge these because it could be it could be pushing too much voltage. All of these do have regulators to regulate that voltage. Sometimes it doesn't do that, and when it ends up doing it, ends up killing the power management IC, and it's prone for third-party chargers to do that.
Okay.
So that's usually not recommended.
All right. Well, let me get one of them Nintendo chargers for that pink one.
Okay, which one would you like to get? We got these two, same colors, are both same price.
It doesn't matter. Whichever one goes best with the pink one.
I think this one would
It's
go
for a
good.
little girl.
Okay. Sure she'll like this one. And let's go ahead and test them out real quick. This is the one that was giving me a headache yesterday. I had my wife charge them up.
Oh, I believe you. I fully trust you. So,
You do have 60-day warranty as well.
yep, I totally believe
And
it.
it's at 97% battery right now. And then
Awesome.
this one's the one that's
Was the screen?
it was just the screen issue. However, it's just a loose ribbon cable in there. There was nothing wrong with this one.
That is awesome.
Besides the ribbon cable just being loose. And then this one was also the charging port as well.
Now, I think she might have used a third-party plug-in because I got the other boy's regular charger still,
Okay.
and I think she broke hers, and I don't know what she used, but all right,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Otherwise, you will have 60-day warranty. It doesn't cover accidental damages, and this one did have bent pins as well. It had bent pins. It had a total of 5 bent pins in there, which we went ahead, of course, replaced the charging port.
Yeah, I figured. Well, like I said, she's only 4, so she's just learning to play on them, and all the big boys have them, so she had to have one too. So Grandpa bought her one, and well, the rest is history.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling I'll be bringing them back. So now I've got 2 to rotate out. So I'll be seeing you more in the future.
All right. Hopefully you don't have to bring them back anytime soon.
Well, I done
hopefully.
got onto all of them, so it's only the 2 youngest one I have the current issue with.
How old are they?
4 and 6.
Yeah. I have a 7-year-old. My 3-year-old, we get him a tablet. He treats that tablet like as if it were to be a toy. He throws it on the floor, steps on it.
Right.
I was like, oh, come on. You're
Well,
not
we have
supposed
an autistic 4-year-old, and he is highly destructive when it comes to tablets and stuff. But he has a Switch too, but he doesn't play on it.
Okay.
So hopefully he won't get a hold of his and launch it across the room or something. But yeah, he's got a tablet he's pretty rough with.
Yeah, it's one of those things where these kids, they don't just. I'll give you a bag. That way you don't have to carry all of these.
I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, it's worth the drive just to come down here to get them fixed because the kids got a lot of electronics. And this keeps them occupied, but
Yeah.
then they want to overuse them.
Yeah.
So most of the time we got to get them off the switches to even get them to go outside or do, enjoy life.
So
It's all 100%. They got to do that.
So I have on mine's, I have parental control, and I have the ability to just lock them up. That way they don't get to
He
use
does
them.
too, but he only puts it on during school.
Oh, okay.
So right now they have open reign because it's summer break. But yeah, they think they have to live on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a little fight with them every now and then.
Yeah.
I
All
put
right.
them to work this morning before I come down here.
All right. You want me to go get them? Need to mow the lawn. All right. You should see it. You paying with card, correct?
Yep.
All right. You should see it come up on that small terminal over there. It'll say tip, say no tip, and then the tap option should be enabled.
Give me a solid. I appreciate it.
gonna be with the chip down. The insert's right here on the bottom. Right there.
Oh.
And then, yeah, there you go. It's one of those different type of terminals. I think they use them at CVS stations or something. So trying to... You probably get a text message. It's probably seeing a transaction on it and...
Hold on.
Okay. You probably say something along the lines, it's a fraud transaction. Yes or no, are you trying to do it? You got it? Okay.
Damn interest went through, so got 123 on that card. Can you break these charges up?
We can, yes.
Hold on here, let me see. I forgot about interest and charges.
Yeah, it's one of those things that happens every now and then.
Alright, wait a minute, this one. Alright, this one's got 281. Yeah. Alright, this one's got 200.
Okay, I'm gonna put 200 in here. Okay. It'll say tip again, say no tip, and then you can either tap or put it in there. Just, yep. There it is.
Okay, here's that section.
And then the rest, it'll be 41 and 20 cents, okay?
Okay.
And you should see
Well,
it.
I was actually going to put a tip on there, so.
No, it's okay. I've been meaning to take, well, I've been asking my merchant to remove the tip section.
You did pretty damn good, so. Oh. This one actually has it on there, so.
Yeah, it's one of those things where my merchant, they put tip down there, and I don't know, I feel something about the whole tip section. I don't know why they put those on those machines.
Okay. Now we're good.
Thank you, sir. And then you should see the warranty terms of services come up right there. It's just telling you have 60-day warranty. It doesn't cover accidental damage or anything like that.
Okay.
And it'll
Yeah,
print.
you got me going here. We're good. Like I said, I got kiddos, so I'm sure I'll be back. I know where you are.
Alrighty. And then the receipt should be printed here. We call it the CVS receipt.
CBS. Oh, it's one of them super long ones.
Yeah, it's got the warranty terms of services that you just signed for. And it has the notes of everything that we did. That's how you got the minions.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the grandkids will love it.
Alrighty, and here you go.
All right. Well, I sure appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You have a good day. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and continue and get started. Alright, so brown Brown Wallet said, "Hello, I opened my Retroid Pocket. Honestly, I don't even know what a Retroid Pocket is. Never Game Boy Pocket? I don't think so. It says Retroid. Look it up real quick because I don't know what a Retroid Pocket is." Retroid Dual Screen add-on pre-order Retroid Pocket. It's kind of looks like a Switch, kind of. It looks like a Game Boy. I'm guessing it's one of those off brands. Maybe they sell for 119. I guess it's one of those off brand type of deals. I've never really heard of those before until now, actually. It says Rachel Pocket Minis version 2. After closing it, I noticed gap near the vent. I think it happened because I opened the part forcefully. Some people told me to use a blower to make the plastic more available and try. Unfortunately, we don't fix Retro Pockets. Those are off brands. The cost of repair will probably be greater than the cost of the unit itself. So I honestly couldn't give any sort of guidance on the Retro Pocket. So my apologies to that. Alrighty, so this is an Xbox Series X, and we are going to be working on this right now. And I gotta tell you, this is a sore sight to see because this, I have no idea what in the world is this. It looks like they use not thermal paste. They used solder paste instead of using regular solder to be able to. I'm not sure. Is this the broken HDMI port? No, it's the new HDMI port. So they've already replaced the HDMI port, but they did a horrible job with this one. Literally. Can you guys see that? That there is. Whoa. All right, let me go ahead and continue with this laptop. I'm doing two things at a time, y'all. So FN Shift F10, that allows me to bypass. I need to bypass the need to create an account. So let me do this real quick. I don't want to create a user account or log in and use a Microsoft account. So I am going to bypass the need for Windows. I have a document here that I usually follow. This FN Shift F10, FN Shift F10. Okay, I guess I need to get past this. Drivers aren't installed, so it's not going to allow me to use the mouse from the laptop. Yes. This. Hit. Shift F10. Is my keyboard disabled altogether? I think the keyboard is completely disabled. Okay. FN Shift F10. There we go. I guess that keyboard was definitely disabled. NCPA. NCPA.cpl. Let's disable the network. Oh, it's not. Doesn't even have. Okay, we're gonna disable that. That's the only one that we have. And now we're gonna go to OOBE /. Yep, bypass. NRO. It'll reboot. Sorry, y'all. I'm having to do 2 things at a time. I need to get this laptop ready for the customer as well. I wanted to pick it up today by like 2, being the latest. So I'm working on this laptop here, and of course I'm going to work on this motherboard as well. I need to get the Windows updates installed as well as all the drivers installed. Okay. Up. Okay, US. Yes. Skip. And don't have internet. I don't remember what the lady's name was. Let's see if I can find her ticket here real quick. Got any questions? Got any questions? That's the power board. Goes in the front. You got it backwards currently. So that's the front, that's the back.
Okay, so this is supposed to be over here.
That plugs in here.
This goes in here.
Yep. Remember how yesterday I had to gently remove that front piece because of that?
Yeah.
It's got the ribbon cable that plugs into this. So that goes in there. That goes in there. And it looks like one of the screws fell off of it. It goes in there. And that's where we got to put that ribbon. Whenever you get to that section, let me know. That way I can show you how it's supposed to be installed. Huh? So I'm trying to think here. So the screws, so you put everything on and then you put the top cover and then you have to flip it to put the bottom screws. That right there, it shouldn't have been taken off. That one should have been left on this chassis here. Yeah, this chassis here, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Is it this chassis that you took it off of? No. No.
Top one, no?
It's that one right there. So that one, you never really have to take this one off. That one stays on there, so that whenever you start putting it up there, you connect that to it. But you can plug that in. That's the Wi-Fi antenna, by the way. And then you, of course, put this top and then screw that back on there. All right, it's going to take a few minutes for this thing to do its thing. While we wait for this thing to do its thing, we're going to continue with the HDMI repair. And yes, this is what I have to deal with whenever I'm working on multiple things at a time. Let's work on a PC, laptop in this scenario. And now we're going to work on this. So this HDMI port, again, back at it. HDMI is in bad shape, really, really bad shape. And we gotta first things first. I'm gonna take a picture and a screenshot of this, because yeah, it's one of those things where sometimes you have to document. Although I'm recording it, of course. Yep, it's being recorded right now, and this will make to a video. But man, this thing. This thing is, it's one of those. Take a picture of this real quick. I don't know who, and wonder if it was a customer that tried. All right, give me a second here. Alrighty, take pictures. Oh, no, you screw this from the top. So this, you have to put this on the shell. However, we do need to. This needs to be screwed, which that's good.
Yeah.
And there is a few screws on the bottom that you do need to screw.
Okay.
Damn, fucking Moscow.
I know it's one of those four, right? The sport goal.
Yeah, so on these two here
Yeah.
for the power supply needs to be, and I believe this one here. Anyone that has like the B, these two and these two. So they're just two. That two, those two.
Okay.
Those are the only ones you need to do at the bottom. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. With this one, I'll keep procrastinating. I'm just gonna remove the port altogether. Not even gonna attempt to salvage that. And I'm concerned with the ESD booster chip as well, how much heat potentially that may have placed on it. But for now, I'm not gonna worry about that. Let me just remove this HDMI, and that thing is sticky. Let me grab some gloves, cause I keep getting flux all over my hands. My hands keep getting sticky. Is that a mosca or is this a zancudo? Live. I don't even know how I got in. Oh, what was that? Huh? Oh. You could have left the middle shield. The middle shield.
Yeah, I tried, but this kept looking up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's it. Oh, maybe.
hold on.
I think I know what the problem is.
The tip. So. So this. But let's screw this one down first because this is supposed to be in here. Screw down. Where are the tiny screws for this one? Should have been 3 of them. Tiny ones. Yep, those. So these need to be screwed on. Go ahead and screw those 3 on. So those 3 we never really take off. Yeah, we always leave those on. And then of course we just sit this in there. When we sit this, we got to make sure that these are all in the perspective holes, or else it's not going to sit properly. For some reason I feel like something's not right. That is right. Fan was never taken off. That's right. These are right. Okay, yeah, that's those are good because it's coming through. So now you hold it down like this, and then you screw those. Okay, let's remove it. My airflow is sitting at 915 degrees Fahrenheit at 120 airflow. And again, I added some flux. That's all I've added thus far. I have not added anything. And we're just going to heat it up from the bottom. We're going to remove this port. I don't know what all these people have done. This work they did, it's horrendous. It's very bad. We shouldn't use solder paste at all with this type of work. This job does not require any sort of solder paste. Making sure the back actually melts because that's where the pins are at. This is already loose, but I'm not sure about the actual traces. I don't want any torn traces. I don't want to have to run traces today. I may end up having to. Okay, we remove this horrendous of a port. And let's clean this area up real quick. Let's see what we have to work with here. Oh, I just hit my glasses. Okay. Traces are still intact, which is good. We still have some solder paste there. Let's remove all that solder paste completely off. Okay. We got the little glue out of the way. Now let's suck up all this solder because I don't want to mess with that solder. So what I'm gonna use, actually, we're gonna add we're gonna use our nozzle here. We're gonna use some heat. I need to buy some more am I out of it? Oh, I got 2 more. My copper braid. And I need to update the laptop now. Let me get a USB. No, you just put those 4, that's it, and then you sit this on this chassis here. You sit it on this, and then you put the remainder of the screws to the top. Right here. Okay, I guess I gotta get the drivers now. HP drivers. Laptop. The laptop is. I need an example. So it needs a serial number. Okay, let me get the serial number off of it. I think I have it. I have it in the tickets. Yes, I do. Okay, Windows 11. Yep, that's what we need the drivers for. Operating system Windows 11. Windows 11, which one am I using? I don't remember. Windows 11 Home 24H2. 24H2, there you are, 64-bit. Network drivers, that's what I need. Wireless LAN. Okay, download. Okay. Okay, I'm going to copy this, cut. So let's put this inside. It'll be thumb drive. There we go. Let's plug this in. Come on. Okay, let me finish this real quick. Drivers, that should be something easy. This one should not be that difficult. Okay. We're gonna add some low melt to this just to remove all this extra solder that's on here. Got questions? So those are the big screws, the big black ones. Oh, you already put them on.
Yeah.
No.
No?
No. Oh, you still have two more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I tried to put them in here, but there's no stuff that says T.
Well, one of them goes here. Did you put one underneath there? So one of them goes underneath there. You're gonna have to remove these two screws there. And the other one should be here. But feels like something's in there.
No. Here's,
Yeah. There you go. So no one of them goes here.
oh, that.
C3 goes there. However, we need to find out why this one it's not going through. Oh, two more?
That's why I was like, sure, because there's nothing here that's holding them.
Let me see.
Like, I'm pretty sure I put everything in place correctly. So I don't know what is that one. Do you think this does this have to pop out more?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, that needs to be. That needs to be. I don't think you can pull it through there because it's being held by something now. So you're gonna have to remove those again. Don't take off these little ones. So now you just lift, undo this here, okay, and this antenna as well. So now this, the way this goes, you see how it's got the indentations on these side ones right here? That needs to be right in that same indentation, but this needs to be inside the holes. Yep, and that it just sits there, and that just needs to sit down flush. Is it flushed? Yeah, that's good. So if you want to make sure that that's good, you could try doing those first, and as you can see, it's already in there now. Yeah. Alright, let's add some low melt to these. We want to remove all this solder, crappy solder they put. I'll have no idea what type of solder it is. I'm just gonna remove all this solder off of here. Okay. Let's add a little bit more flux. We use our Hasif Manduranga. Appreciate you joining the live. Thank you very much. No, we don't have very many viewers, but it's okay. One viewer makes it as if we're streaming at least to 1 million people. One can always wish. This one does not want to come up. So what we're going to do some reinforcement hot air. Okay. Still did not do it. Okay. Let me cut this. Let's try this again. But I'm going to lower my airflow a little bit because that was too much airflow. There we go. Okay. Man. Flux needs to come out. I mean, not flux, the solder needs to come out. Okay. Get that one. Let's go ahead and get this other one here. Okay. And we got this one here. Okay, that one came out pretty easy. This one. That one's not coming out as easy. Oh. Okay. Oh. And then lastly, the pens. Okay, and then we're going to clean this area while it's warm. Move all this flux, burnt flux. A lot of flux everywhere. Not all the flux came from us. Some of this flux must have came from the prior repair tech, which was pretty bad. You can rewind the video and see what it looked like. I'm just removing the thermal putty off of the areas. I don't want it getting stuck on my brush here. And we're trying to remove all this. You got it? Let me show you how it's done. So this. You want to put this as if you're already putting it on. Of course, you're not putting it on just yet.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm doing it like that, like holding it.
just like that. Yep,
Yeah.
like that. And then while you do that, see your tweezers here? Make sure this is open, or else you won't be able to put it in there. Put this in there, just like that. And while it's in there, you push it, and now it's locked in place.
Okay.
Alrighty? And then you don't want to push this in just yet,
Yeah.
because you got to put this top one in there. So this top one, you see these?
Yeah.
These go in these.
Yeah.
So you want to put these first, just like that. Like that. And now you push together. Together you want to push them. The Xbox is one of those where it's very... Hold on. You don't want to push it just because this bottom one, it's not... You don't want to leave a gap here at the bottom either.
Yeah.
Make sure the bottom, there's no gap. Okay. There's a gap here on this one. It's not sitting properly. Because the way it's supposed to be is as soon as you put these together, this is supposed to just like fall in place. Fall in place and lock. But in this scenario, it's not wanting to do that. Hmm? Yeah, it's leaving a gap here. Okay, that's because, and I see why it's doing that gap. Because this section over here is still, it's not. Come on. Come on, that one's not. Just touching. Alright, let me remove this one more time. So, you need to make sure this is actually seated correctly. There it is. It's seated correctly now. Leave it like that. Okay. There it is. So that's that, and then you put the black thing that goes there.
Yeah.
And then this lid. Put the warranty sticker back where it goes, and I think we should be done. Test, make sure it displays and turns on and displays. And there's flux all over this board. It's like whoever worked on this before did a horrible job. And I don't like seeing flux. I see it. I want to remove it. They just poured flux all over this motherboard. I don't know. Should I just leave it? I think it would be unprofessional if I left it. Yeah, just put this. No, put ours. Yeah. Okay, so that's cleaned. All right, now we gotta clean the rest of this stuff. Let me grab a brush, a bigger brush actually. A bigger brush to clean this because this is just way too much. Let me just change the scene as well. This one has, you can't see it very well, but it has flux all through here. I'm gonna use some hot air to loosen up this flux real quick, and we're gonna clean it. And then we're gonna check the ESD booster chip to see if oh man, okay. So see if that ESD booster chip, for whatever reason, if it shifted or anything like that. With it being a whole bunch of flux there, I have a feeling that it did shift. Alright, let's check the ESD booster chip real quick. Oh man. See, we got move components here. I don't know if that ESD booster chip is still any good. Flux all over this. Not a knocked off capacitor. It's not good. That is not good. That's not good. Let's see if we can move this capacitor back. And this resistor. Come on, cat. You know what? I'm going to change it to a smaller nozzle. I feel like this nozzle may be too big for that. And what I'm trying to avoid is trying to avoid for the ESD booster chip from moving. So I'm trying to concentrate the heat solely on this cap. And I don't know there's a cap on there. But... Hello. How are y'all doing? I can help you.
That's the bar too. Wow.
Okay.
It powers on but not fully.
Power's on not fully.
Yeah.
It beeps, and then shuts off, or it turns on.
It turns on and then doesn't do it.
Doesn't display.
No, it just stays on flux.
Okay. Let's take a look here. I was gonna test what? Okay, I think my wife took the HDMI. There it is.
Wow. Is he really turning on? Dude, our son hasn't had that for like half a year. He dropped it and it hasn't turned on since.
Yeah, it's turning on. That could be a possibility. You may have a bad hard drive though.
If you sat there for, I think, like an hour, and
Mhm.
you see power cycling it, turning it off, it stayed on the black screen.
Probably could have been the HDMI cable that was being used as well.
The second time you fix something, it's showing you.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have a magic
Yeah,
touch,
last
man.
time you fixed the controller that I thought had stick drift, it didn't.
Okay.
No.
Well, there it is. Actually, doesn't have a hard drive issue, or else I wouldn't have just gone to that. It would have just stayed on that green screen. Yeah.
And then, do you work on Apple Watch?
No.
No.
Apple Watches is one of those things. It's not really profitable. Parts are a little bit too high. By the time you end up having to repair it, it's like the cost of a new Apple Watch.
Oh.
But it depends on the issue as well, though. Is it like a crack?
Yeah,
Screen?
The screen is cracked.
Yeah. Otherwise, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I
So
wish
if it turns black at home, it's the HDMI cord.
if it stays black at home, more than likely it's gonna be your HDMI cable, and or maybe it just doesn't like your TV. Maybe try with a different TV. Thank y'all as well. Huh? No, it worked. It displayed. Yeah. Huh? It worked. Turned on, displayed. Awesome. I need to finish this one that we can put it together. Let's see, is there any other one over here? Nope, there is no other one.
Should have a black out.
No, it's just like PC, but I'm gonna work on that one though, cause. Huh? Yeah. Is there any games to test? Yeah, if we can test those games while you wait. That cat just went flying. Literally. Went flying into the ninth dimension. It's okay. You go ahead and grab a donor board. But what I'm going to do actually, before I do that, let me just touch this with some leaded solder. Gonna lower the melting temperature a little bit, only on the passenger side. Also here actually, because yes, babe. Okay. Bring on the dono board real quick to take the component from the component I need that just flew off. Literally. Where's my tweezer at? At that tweezer. Where's the other one? Okay. Yep, and both of these caps are missing. Both of them are missing. Okay, let's go ahead and remove them. And I'm gonna add a little bit more airflow, 90%. I added some leaded solder to this. Why is I don't like that. Yep. That thing, I don't know what type of solder they got on this thing. This thing is not melting properly. There we go. I'm gonna let this cool off before we clean it. Let it cool off, and then we clean it, and then we're gonna push the HDMI port to it. My only concern here is that if I add heat to it, that ESD chip is gonna move. So I need to thoroughly clean this. To thoroughly clean all the flux off of this. Let that cool off real quick. Man, my back is hurting. The top of my neck is killing me. Scam people always trying to get me. We need them notifications. Just clear them all out. Okay. So far, the ESD booster chip is still in good shape. I'm thinking I'm going to add some Kapton tape, honestly, to protect it a little bit. Right now, I just want to protect the ESD booster chip. I don't want it to flow out of place, which is why I'm doing this. Let's go ahead and yeah. All right, let's go ahead and throw the new port in place. First things first, we gotta add some solder to our pins. Solid Super Tech, this is Leo. How may I help you? Hello. Sir, I do apologize, but I'm having a hard time hearing you properly. There's something stuck in where? I'm sorry? Xbox Series X, you have a crayon stuck inside of it? Okay. Are you looking to bring it in for repair, or what exactly are you seeking for? Yeah, well, you can certainly bring it in, sir. We would charge you our minimum labor cost, which is 80. Our minimum labor cost is 80. That is correct. Thank you as well. Alrighty, Xbox Series X. Let's go ahead and flow this port in place. Come on. Oh, it needs to start melting. Come on, left side. Getting there. It's just the temperature on the ground plane needs to. There we go. Okay. Okay. In there, and now we have to let the solder get hard again. Push it down. Come on. There we go. Not yet. This side over here. Do not want to let the ground legs in. Shouldn't have been any solder there. Come on. I need some more flux. Okay. This one does not want to cooperate. I believe it's this side of the legs over here. There we go. Straighten it out. And remove our hot air. Okay, it's solidified. Let's check our work. I don't know if that even protected the USD booster chip, to be honest. We'll check it right now in a little bit. But we're going to check this work first. Okay, that's good, actually. Just going to retouch these pins real quick. Super Tech, this is Leo. How can I help you? What's the issue with the Nintendo Switch? It depends on the type of problem. Okay, what Switch model is it? I'm guessing this is the OLED or the version 1 or version 2? Version 1, okay. So depending on the issue, if it's a charging port, you're looking at 90. But if it's the any of the PMICs, which is the power management ICs, the chips internally on the logic board, you charge 110. You're welcome, sir. Okay. Let's check our chips down at the bottom. Remove this Kapton tape completely off of this. Let's see if that Kapton tape did any protection at all. I think it did protect it. It doesn't look like it shifted. Nope, it's still in place. There is flux there. But it did not move. Awesome. That is awesome. Go ahead and heat it up one more time. That way we can just remove the flux that's under that chip. And we are going to correct our ground hose as well. Okay. That's awesome. If it's not, but This is the scariest part, is the ESD booster chip one's blowing the new HDMI port in place. Especially after someone's already messed things up with a whole bunch of flux and solder paste and stuff. It becomes very, very scary. But we got it taken care of. And now we're just gonna clean up here our solder legs, just make them look pretty, basically. They're good the way they are. We're just gonna make them look pretty. Okay. Go. All right, Daniel. Do you remember how to put the Series X together, or should I put it together? Huh? Okay. Board is on your desk, and I'm going to continue working on this laptop because the customer definitely wants to pick that up today as well. It's been slow this morning. I thought it was going to be a lot busier, to be honest. I thought this morning we're going to get like back-to-back repairs coming in. Back-to-back. Okay, we have our slow days and we have our busy days, which is fine. We are okay to have a bit of a break every now and then. Yeah, it's right here. Do I have any more? Oh, I do have more. Okay, here. You just no. No. Thermal paste goes in the middle of the die. It doesn't go outside of the die. You were trying to keep the APU.
No, I know it wasn't in the middle. That's what I'm saying.
That's from Microsoft. They do that. Why? I have no clue. So the thermal paste always goes in the middle of the die.
Okay.
So the amount you put, just like that.
Okay.
That's it. And this is yours. You could put it in one of those thing over there. I didn't think I had any more, but I guess my wife did order some, so. All right, let me grab the laptop real quick. That way I can work on that over here on my workbench instead of being up here. Alrighty. Work on this laptop right over here. We're going to install the drivers and all window updates. Okay, internet. Did it ever install? It did not. Why is that? One is administrator. Intel wireless LAN. Huh?
I gotta connect it.
That's not where it goes.
Hmm?
That you need. It goes. The heat sink's over there.
Huh?
That's the heat sink over there. The heat sink's right there,
Oh,
and you still gotta clean it before you gotta clean that before you even
yeah.
put it on there.
You want me to clean the thermal paste or something?
Yep.
We installed the internet on our computer just a short time ago. And I haven't been able to get on ever since.
Do you want to add more thermal paste or is that?
No, just the one that's on that side. Okay, for whatever reason, it's not liking those lines. So let me see if I can get some network drivers here. Let's see, wireless LAN driver. That was May 20th, 2025. It's not liking that one. Media, Realtek. Realtek, that's the one I need to get. Okay. Realtek, download cut. Let me delete this other one. Open folder and let's run as admin. There we go. Next, accept. Next, install. Complete. Okay. There it is. Wireless drivers installed. And let's go ahead and connect our we don't need this anymore. Because now we're going to install all the Windows updates, all the drivers and such. You got it? Did you plug this one in only on that one? Okay, cool. You have to lift this thing up. That goes to the top. This is not, it's not correct.
Oh, I didn't see it, no.
No, same thing over there. Okay, there's several updates on this thing. Woo. Okay, it's gonna take some minute.
The long one goes in the middle, right? The other one's going in the middle, right?
What long one?
This one?
Nope.
Is this short one?
Nope. Long ones always go on the power supply, except for this one. You get a black one, you get a long one here, you get a long one here, and a long one there.
And this one is just one.
That one's a silver.
Yeah. It's small one. I don't remember.
You got the shield.
Shit.
The shield that goes here. Nope. You're missing a little shield, or it didn't come with it. So there's the black screw that you got there, and then you got a shield, and then the black screw goes there. Where is the shit? Somebody else took it apart, so it's.
Do we have a strip part for it? I don't remember shit.
You don't see it? Okay.
I don't remember that came off.
No? Okay, that's fine. Just put the black screw there. Well, somebody did work. Somebody else did work on it, so. Oh, my back. I slept wrong last night or something, but my back is killing me. My neck.
The black strip was on me?
And where? So you get black screws everywhere. All of these except for that one. Yeah, a black screw there. A black screw, but it depends which black screw you're putting in. Remember last time when I told you it's gonna be these. These are small ones. Those are smaller threads. That's a larger thread. That one doesn't go there. The larger threads, they go for the fan section. Those are the ones that go surrounding the console. Rosales to Protect, this is Leo. How can I help you? Okay. The HDMI ports can definitely be swapped out. However, we don't work on TVs, but if you're able to tear it down yourself, get us a logic board, just the tiny board that it's in the inside, we can certainly swap it out for you. Otherwise, TVs is just one of those things we don't repair. We don't like working on the TVs because they're feasible to the LCD or the screen itself breaking while taken apart. So we don't want to be held liable for them. So TVs is one of those where we don't repair those. But if you're able to open it up and provide us only the logic board, we can certainly get the job done for you with replacing the HDMI. Alrighty. Thank you as well, sir. Yeah, but I don't want to be liable with tearing one of those things apart. I don't have the space for it. So, but if they're able to tear it down themselves and just bring me the board, I can certainly swap out the HDMI for them. However, TVs is one of those things where we don't take it at all. I detest TVs. TVs is one of those where you flip it over.
Huh?
TVs is one of those where you flip it over.
Yeah.
That LCD can just break. And then you're held liable for it. Are you putting the right screws in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Waiting for these updates to finish. That is default. Okay, cool. Let me get the serial number again.
Incoming call.
Five. Put it in the wrong way.
No, I have to. I guess I give you.
What's that? Oh, the power button. Hold on. Oh. Huh? Yeah, all the Xboxes have that though, or the newer ones. Xbox, they started doing those to the Xbox One X and up. Hmm.